My name is Christopher Ilderton, and I am the Vice President of Operations at Ilderton Automotive Company in High Point, North Carolina. We're a family-owned and operated automotive dealership for 99 years. In the year 2025, we ended up buying a ProMaster, and we outfitted it with a bunch of tools that a technician could roll onto a parking lot, whether it's another used car or a driveway of a resident of High Point. And we do a mobile recall into account anything else the customer needs. It's a great gateway for our dealership to come to the customer. In my 13 years of experience as a fixed ops director, I noticed that customers don't really like to come to your dealership 2 or 3 times a year. And anytime we can shorten that, that's better. They end up responding a lot better and coming to the store happier. It seems like in general, the consumer is leaning towards just wanting to go text only. We're able to communicate through text message and do mobile text messaging. It kind of gives the client the ability to ask a lot more questions. So the interview process just goes a lot better to where we're actually able to gain a lot of information before the client even gets here. That's been our experience so far with trying to do outreach, and then also giving the customer understanding of the recall, and whether it's like a safety recall, whether the part's available or not available. It's a great conversation that's not met with so much intimidation when we're just calling. Instead, the text message kind of helps set us up for success. So we traditionally at Ilderton Automotive have had top tier CSI. So this has definitely brought a better, presence to our customers. They have responded well to it. Our customers seem to be liking it a lot, and CSI has improved. What I like most about BizzyCar is that the customer does not get fatigued into coming into your store, yet we're still touching base with them and notifying how healthy their car is. After integrating BizzyCar into our dealership, we really started to notice that other dealerships were more like partners when it comes to selling their used vehicles. We got a soft introduction to let's say Joe's used auto sale across the street had a Jeep Grand Cherokee for sale. That dealer really did give us the insight on who was buying that car and how we could schedule them for service later down the road. And I thought that was the most surprising thing, is the dealer network really does want to help each other out, which makes this tool so great because it is dealer friendly as well. So that's been my hugest takeaway, is that it just brings the community of buyers together and sellers together to make sure that the equipment is safe and on the road. If someone was considering doing BizzyCar, I would definitely notify them on how well it communicates inside your dealership. So you have the parts department, the service department, and then your BDC. And this tool really does help do a great job with your DMS communication, making the appointments. It makes it really easy. It's just an easy system to follow and coordinate with your dealership. So if a dealer is preparing to do mobile service, we do have as a Ram ProMaster. It's one of the short wheelbase 118-inch, and we do have a compressor, a Starlink, in the YTech pod that all goes with it. And we also bring some oil disposal containers. So having a bigger van is helpful, but I've also been able to do mobile service van out of like a minivan too, when I just loaded it up with ramps and oil coolers, and I was able to dispatch just on a regular minivan. It does not have to be a huge heavy duty vehicle. It just depends on your operation. And we've noticed that we could still operate and do like a minivan type of approach on our mobile service if we needed to. BizzyCar, they were able to really embrace what we wanted to do and got us on board quickly. Within 1 month or 2 months, we felt pretty confident in our operation to do mobile service. When BizzyCar got brought into our dealership, we were able to achieve 2 things. We were able to achieve profitability, and we were able to achieve, overall customer retention, and we were able to achieve good CSI. The way to make it most profitable though would be at our store is to do it with fleets. So we've worked with Amazon, we've worked with police, sheriff counties. Those are going to be where the technician has the most advantage to probably set up himself for success. Because really, once the technician gets out there, he can analyze. Just a small example too, one of our favorite fleets is the police fleet out in Catawba County. We were able to bring 40 oil coolers and redo all 40 of his fleet at his shop in Catawba County, about 2 hours away from our facility. Being able to set up an operation like that has really impressed me in the automotive side of things. Like, I've never seen something like that happen, so I was pretty excited about that. So that's where we've noticed the profitability side is high on service and fleets. And then the customer retention tool, as far as showing up in somebody's driveway when maybe they have a dead battery or a weird thing that is up on their dash and they just don't understand it. That is the greatest and softest approach to come to somebody to serve them as a customer instead of them having to come all the way into your dealership. So part of me really likes the fact that the customer's not getting fatigued at coming to the dealer and that we can go to the customer. The BizzyCar team was great from the very get-go. I was able to meet with the founder and owner, Ryan, which gave me a ton of inspiration to try to launch this in my dealership. The fact that this software was backed by a dealership and a dealer made me want to really see how it was going to help grow my business, and to see him and to walk with him through some of his struggles just over a Zoom call before I even signed up, I thought was pretty remarkable. As a CEO and owner, Ryan did everything he could to try to prove that his product was going to improve my family's business, and it has improved my family's business, and we're excited to use BizzyCar.